Hi, and welcome to my channel. Today, I just wanted to talk about habits as a start, and I'm going to talk and leverage off some of the things that I've read from different books, and hopefully, picking up from that, I'm actually going to look at each book individually, look at the lessons, the takeaways, things that I agree, things I don't disagree, and the whole landscape around habits. But I think habits are very powerful because us as human beings, we're creatures of habits. And most of the things that we're doing, they're happening automatically. It's almost like once the habit is set, the whole idea is to make life easy for us. So that the brain is not using so much bandwidth, so much effort to do something. So habits kind of work in our advantage, but sometimes we may end up identifying or seeing that we've got bad habits versus good habits, and everybody's trying to get good habits according to whatever they want. So at the beginning of the year, maybe for example, which is one of the big things, people want to develop a habit of eating healthy. Maybe they want to develop a habit of exercising, going to the gym, but however, sometimes, they have the opposite habit. Maybe you got a habit of you want to snack less, or maybe you want to do something more of. So anyway, it's quite interesting because we may put together like to say, oh, this is what I want to work on, but then we end up not doing that because we've got old habits, or we've got habits that are counter to the new habits that we want to replace with. So one of the really great books that I've read is Atomic Habits by James Clear. He does an amazing job, and the book has done very well. I was looking on YouTube to see ranking, and a lot of, because people are interested. This is something that we are always dealing with every day. Everybody talks about the 21-day rule, where you say if you do something consecutively for 21 days, then it becomes a habit, then it's automatic, then you don't have to be consciously thinking about it. But sometimes the question that you're asking yourself is, okay, how do I actually then manage to get those 21 days consecutively? So at a high level, from what I remember when I read this Atomic Habit books, basically he spoke about many different ideas, but he said, like, when you're trying to make a new habit, you should do what he called habit stacking, where you put a new habit in addition to the habits that you already do. So when you say, I go and get my cup of coffee, when you get the cup of coffee, maybe you want to have more push-ups. So you say, before I have my morning coffee at 11 a.m., I'm going to do push-ups. And then you do your push-ups, and then you do, so that way it's kind of linked. So the way that I've actually been seeing at habits, 3 years ago, I went on a massive routine. It was I got onto keto, and I actually lost over 11 kilograms, which is about 21 pounds. And I just got into a rhythm. But if you actually really think about the rhythm, is there was a set structure, and I just went with it. It became automatic, and I knew that's what I was doing. And basically what I was doing is I was setting myself up for success. And one of the things that I've realized is that when it comes to habit, is we have a good intention. The good intention is you want to put something new, you want to study something, maybe you want to put a habit around personal development or something. And for example, for me, I read a lot of books. I've read over 240 books, and I'm going to do a summary on all the books that I've read and post videos in it, and hopefully that's helpful to somebody who doesn't have time. But the way that I actually do for me, and how it has become a habit, is I just have exactly the same time as everybody else, but I just find ways within pockets of time. So if I'm at a lift, I am reading something. I read a little quick chapter if I'm sitting down and I'm waiting for something. And that way, it has actually become a habit where I have stacked on it. So, in hindsight, and after you look over time, you realize, oh my gosh, I've actually covered a lot of ground. But it's not like it's like I already now have a system that's working in my advantage. It's almost building up on it. So anyway, the way I really think about it, like as a way I think to really start, is think about how do you set yourself up for success. And habits are one way of really doing it. And another book that is really good is The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, where he actually goes into the psychology, the science behind it. And I'm going to cover that in the next couple of videos. But anyway, if you're starting a new week, I just thought that we should start there. That habits can be for or against us, and to actually break down like really simple things to say, okay, what is the reward? Like when I'm doing a habit, or when I do something, what am I running away from? Say for example, or what cue? And then when you get that loop, the habit loop, to say, okay, this is the reward, this is the cue, then you work to say, okay, when this happens, this is how I'm going to respond to it, and then you build new habits on that case. So anyway, I hope this video is helpful. I'm really going to be putting together some content, something that's really valuable, to say if you're a time poor person, you can get like those 4 top points from a book or something. And one of the things that I want to start is a series on habits. So I'm going to cover the power of the atomic habits, the power of habits, Charles Duhigg, and do a bit of a review in my own way, in my own interpretation, and I hope that's going to be helpful. And I hope this video was helpful to you and you're enjoying your day. Please don't forget to mash the like button, share this video, tell your friends about it. I'm going to be putting up a lot of content so that we all learn. One of my personal values is continuous learning, Kaizen, just always being, having a desire to learn new things, and little by little, and you'll be surprised. So I'm always going to be putting these things because I feel like this is the time to share with others, and just share information that's going to be helpful to the next person. So don't forget to subscribe and put the bell button, and I'll be having another video next week. Hope you have a great day. Bye.